Hi there, this is Paul Crystal coming to you from ROCKtropia No Way Out Maximum Security Prison. This time I'm in a different spot than the D-Blocks. The last D-Blocks video was somewhere different, was here. Now I'm a little bit further southwest, which is an area for the prison guards, prison COs mainly. It's level 18 mob. Does cat stab and impact damage as far as I remember. So again, as with the prison, as with the D blocks, the best armor, if you have a limited one, is Polaris 5B, and you basically get only one damage hits from them unless they crit, of course. The level 18 mob is not so hard. It's much easier than the D block. In the previous video, there is, however, a level 41 sword officer, prison sword officer, which pops up every now and then, and this one is actually the hardest mob in here. So it's easily eats through a ghost or something similar. Don't even try it in Gremlin, unless you're very high level, which I'm not. So I'm in Jarhead plus Pulsar 5B, depending on if I've used up the plate or not yet, because I only bought one set of pulsar plates, of which the chest piece already went down to a minimum, so I had to throw it away. Yeah, so these are prison officers. Oh yeah, and here we have a prison sword officer, level 41 hardest mob in here, and as you can see, yeah, the first thing they do is crit, and also yeah, does regular hits with like 35 or 40 damage, and that is through Jarhead with pulsar plates, which is quite a lot. It can kill you quite easily if you don't pay attention and heal yourself or have a healer. Luckily they don't appear that often, so most of the officers here are the level 18 ones, and there is only one of the sword officers spawning recursively. Of course, if you kill one, the next one spawns somewhere around here, somewhere around this place, from the gate to down here. Well, luckily it's just one of them and not more. So yeah, so he'll spawn somewhere, so I run into him sooner or later. But most of the prison COs here are level 18, and they're quite comfortable to do, because yeah, they don't hit that hard. So the Phantom, not Phantom, Phantom is enough too, but the Jarhead with 5B or pulsar plates is totally enough to do them. Yeah, so, and they are quite pleasant. They are quite pleasant to do if you get to the mission, because shooting 5,000 of them is also a mission on Tier 4 in ROCKtropia prison, in No Way Out Maximum Security Prison. There is also a Tier 4 mission which requires you to shoot 5,000 of them. Yeah, so you will have to, whoops, a glob. You will have to meet them sooner or later, because some missions here require you to shoot inmates, of which there are sissies, Zomhattons, and D-Blocks, and Northern Hitmen. And some require you to shoot prison guards, of which there are only two kinds, the prison CO and the prison sword officer, the harder one you just saw. And some of the missions in prison require you to shoot either So basically you can run amok and shoot whatever you want. It will get counted towards the mission. As before, I am on the D block finale mission currently, so I have to shoot D block mafia, 5000 D block mafia, which, as you can see, shooting prison guards does not contribute anything towards. So I'm here just for the rest and relaxation. Shooting one mob all the time gets a bit boring. So I get some rest and relaxation here, down here, at the Warden's corner, or up there where there is a space for the lower level inmates like sissies or Zomhattans, with the occasional prison CO mixed in. So yeah, so much for the prison COs, for the whoops, a bit too far, for the wardens, for the prison guards, which come in two flavors: level 18 prison CO officer and level 41 sword officer, which should have spawned back by now. But since, as you can see, there is a PvP fog on the radar, I can't see anything here. Maybe, yeah. So yeah, he's out there somewhere. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, he spawns just once, but once you kill him, he respawns somewhere, someplace. Luckily, they're not that aggressive, so they don't run up to you in hordes of 10 or 15 police officers or prison officers. But sometimes they do spawn a bit stupidly. But if you stand around long enough, you will get their attention and they will attack you, as you can see, as this prison officer just did, and just managed to finish off the other one quickly enough not to have to deal with two of them at once. And this is basically the main thing you can do here if you want to do them the eco way. Don't get 2 or 3 of them at once, because each of them, as I've already said, they hit more often than the regular Calypso creature. So getting 2 or 3 of them on you will lead to 60 hits a minute with 2 of them on you, and 90 hits per minute with 3 of them on you, and this can break your armor very, very quickly. Of course, every hit decays armor, doesn't matter how much damage they do, but the bare minimum decay is always there. So if you've ever tried hunting merps or other creatures with a launcher, you know what armor decay is, because when you have like 10 or 15 or 20 merps around you and you launcher them, your armor gets literally shredded to pieces in a matter of minutes if you do it quickly enough. If you tag the mobs quickly enough, it gets eaten, pierced very, very quickly. Yeah, and yeah, basically so much about this. Not more I can really say about this part of prison, except that there used to be a kill wall here, so if you went further than a specific point on the map, you would get killed, because so it was here. So if you went past beyond that line here, you would get killed. It has been switched off, however, by Never Die, because sometimes it was really difficult to get at the mobs. They would spawn at various places, and it was really hard to shoot them, and spawn has a specific density, so if they spawned somewhere in a different place and you couldn't shoot them, it would mean that there were none for you left to shoot, because you couldn't reach the ones that were spawned, and they weren't spawning anymore because the amount, or the maximum amount of the spawn had already been reached. But all of them were not within your range, so it was kind of weird, because you had to wait for a server reset, or for someone who had a specific set of keys to shoot the mobs, which made the whole thing unplayable. Luckily, this kill wall, these restrictions have now been disabled, which makes it more pleasurable, much more pleasurable to hunt in here than it was before. Yeah, also there was some time ago there was a problem with the mobs getting stuck in the ground. So basically they would spawn and instantly get the unreachable status, which makes it impossible for you to shoot them. I mean, you can shoot them, but they will take no damage. This also seems to have been fixed, as I have seen, and literally one unreachable creature in the past 3 or 4 days. Yeah, let's do prison sword officer, the hardest ones. So yeah, hunting in prison is very comfortable, very nice now, because you don't have to do anything, basically just tag and shoot away, which makes it the ideal grinding ground if you want to get skills, if you want to shoot, if you just want to spend some time. Yes, 7% towards the next level. And yeah, that is actually a much nicer place than any other I know of for getting skills, for getting kills, and for doing some Calypso-like iron missions. Of course, ROCKtropia does have their own missions, but yeah, prison is something completely different. Okay, so much from me right now. I'll be back later with another video.